Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we present for the first time on any wavelength thrilling adventures in the life of Doc Savage, the man of bronze with golden eyes, the man whose name is byword in the far corners of the world. Doc Savage possesses superhuman strength, superhuman intelligence, and he has dedicated his life to fighting for right. Tonight, Doc Savage in his luxuriously furnished offices on the 86th floor in the New York skyscraper. We find his 5 scrappy companions. They are Monk, with the ugliness and strength of a gorilla; Rennie, known throughout the world for his engineering ability; Johnny, an expert on geology and archaeology; Ham, probably the most astute lawyer Harvard ever turned out; and Long Tom, the electrical wizard. 3 of these 5 friends, Monk, Ham, and Rennie, are awaiting the arrival of Doc Savage.
Where are Tom and Johnny? They'll be around later. I think they're tuning up Doc's plane out at the Long Island airport.
Hear that? That's Doc's signal. Here he comes.
Pause. Door. Hello, men.
Hello, Doc.
We all feel that.
Yes, I know, Ham.
Your father's death, Doc, we're sorry.
Thanks. I wish I had been here.
We try to get you in every way.
Seems you've been taken off the face of the earth, Doc. We couldn't locate you.
I was up in the Arctic regions.
Oh, up in your fortress of solitude studying, eh? No wonder we couldn't get to you.
Yes. Now, was there anything strange about my father's death?
We aren't certain.
I, for one, am certain.
What do you mean, Ham?
Only a hunch, Doc, but I'm right. I know I am.
Exactly what did the doctors say caused death?
The doctors didn't know. It was a new one on him.
What do you mean, Rennie?
Your father broke out with queer circular red patches on his neck. 2 days later, he was dead.
You're the chemist in this outfit, Monk. What have you got to say?
I've made all kinds of tests for poison and germs, but I didn't find a thing.
As a lawyer, what do you think, Ham?
We have no facts upon which to base suspicions, but we're suspicious anyway. By the way, Doc, what happened to your safe?
I found it broken into when I came back.
Kinda looks like an explosion was used to tear off the lock on the door.
There was no doubt about that, Monk.
What flubs me is who broke into it and why.
They wanted something of my father's.
Could it have any connection with your father's death?
It could and has. See here? The safe has been rifled through.
Anything missing, Doc?
Yes, a packet of old papers. They were my father's. He had never mentioned the contents to me.
Any clue to what they were about?
Yes, this note.
What does it say?
It refers to a heritage my father left to me.
A heritage. What is it, Doc?
I don't know. The portion that would have given me that information was burned off. The remaining part of this explanation reads as follows. Some 20 years ago, in a company with Hubert Robertson, I went on an expedition to Hidalgo in Central America to discover the report of a prehistoric, and that's it. The rest of the paper is only a burned edge.
The thing to do is get a hold of Hubert Robertson. I'll phone him at once.
No use, Ham. You won't get him.
Why not?
Hubert Robertson is dead. He died with red marks on his neck, exactly like my father, and at the same time.
This knocks our chances of finding out what that heritage is.
Not entirely. The violet ray machine I rigged up here may help us.
You're pointing it at the window, Doc.
Quite right, Monk. The window is a place where my father and I used to leave secret messages for one another. I think he knew he was dying and left a message for me.
What do you think about that? What did you write with?
A special ink, invisible to the naked eye, but not to violet rays.
I'll bet you discovered the formula for the ink yourself, didn't you, Doc?
Very simple, Monk. Now keep your eyes on the window, boys. I'm going to put out these lights. Now that's it. Dark. I'll turn on the ultraviolet ray now, and we'll see just what happens.
Well, I'll be. Look at the words appear.
Luminous writing on the window.
What does it say? Something important?
Very. It tells where. Now, just a moment. I'll lower the lower rays, and we'll see if there's anything more.
Someone pegged a shot at us, Doc. Who got it?
No one. Lie flat on the floor, all of you. That was no ordinary rifle. Bullet from the sound of it. Someone didn't want us to read that message on the window. Another one. Stay down. Where there's two, there's three.
Right you were, Doc. Right you were.
Squeak.
Someone's at the window.
Keep your shirt on, Monk. I'm pulling down the shade. Now, into the next room. All of you. Quick.
What is it, Doc?
Someone just left this room. He's pussyfooting down the hall to the office door. Let's set up and receive our visitor.
What a welcome he'll get if he comes.
Quiet, all of you. Don't move until you get my signal. Then one of you turn on the lights. He's back at the door. Now.
Tonight death strikes. It is the will of the feathered serpent.
Lights!
How'd you get him, Doc? I couldn't even see him.
He was after that paper. Take him, Monk.
Sure, I'll pull off his ears and feed him to him if he doesn't come clean.
It's too late for that, Monk. Look at him.
He's dead!
Yes, he knew he was trapped and used his knife as soon as my hand touched him.
What a knife.
I've never seen one like it before.
He used it to good purpose. Yes, he knew he'd be made to talk.
Notice the tips of his fingers? Dyed a deep red. It might surprise you to know that this man is Mayan.
One of the lost long civilizations, the Mayans.
And red death marks on my father's neck? What's that on the floor? Monk?
A red envelope.
Give it to me. A warning. Listen to this. Doc Savage. Turn back your quest, lest the red death strike you as it did your father. Signed, the Feathered Serpent.
I'll bet this fellow knew something about what your father was leaving you.
Undoubtedly. But we'll all know in a few minutes.
What do you mean?
The writing on the window gave me a clue I've been looking for.
Gosh, I didn't have time to read it before the shot smashed the window pane.
Neither did I. What did it say, Doc?
It read, "Look for the papers behind the red brick and..." There was no more. The fellow's quick gunshot prevented our reading.
Worse luck. What red brick?
Yeah, that's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Maybe not. Bring the ultraviolet ray machine into the next room, Monk. Come on, fellows. Gong.
What's this room, Doc?
The private laboratory, where my father and I worked together.
What a place.
And what of a lot of red bricks? The floor is paved with them.
Do you think the message referred to one of these bricks, Doc?
I'm positive it did.
Don't you want the message your dad left for you?
Yes, but there's an easier and quicker way to find the right brick than to rip up the floor.
How?
I'll show you. Turn off the lights. Click.
Well, what do you know?
There we are, boys. Look at the one luminescent red glow in the middle of the floor. That's the brick we want. I'll put my finger on it, then you can switch on the lights, okay? Click.
Let me take it out for you, Doc. I can't budge it. That's there to stay.
Just a moment, Monk. There it is.
How'd you do that?
Touch the little spring, see? At the corner of the brick, and that released it.
Didn't see it at all.
What's in it, Doc? What's behind the brick? Anything?
A packet of papers.
About the inheritance?
Yes, printed in Spanish. They're a concession from the government of Hidalgo, giving me 700 square miles of land. This, gentlemen, what the Mayan was after when he inflicted the Red Death on my father.
Without a doubt. And that's why they blew up the safe, too.
And they tried to get Doc so he wouldn't lay any claim to this Hidalgo property. It must be valuable.
Yeah, the natives there, those red-fingered fellows, must want to hold on to it.
Yes, the answer to the mystery lies in Hidalgo. I think our course is clear.
You mean that's where we're going?
Right. We're off to the airport. Hello, Johnny. Hello, Long Tom.
Greetings, Doc.
Is the plane ready?
All tuned up.
Got your electrical equipment together, Long Tom?
Sure.
Yours is the chemical department, Monk.
Okay, I got my portable laboratory. Believe it or not, it's all in these suitcases.
Johnny, as usual, you're our geologist and archaeologist.
Almost certainly.
Well, we're on our way to find what this is all about.
You bet, Doc, and we'll be there with you.
And I hope there will be a good scrap. I'm aching for a good scrap.
You'll probably get your wish, Monk.
Which way do we go, Doc?
Across the Gulf of Mexico, then south along the coast of Central America.
Boom, 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 boom.
That was some flight.
Feels great to be on the ground again.
What's that noise?
That, Rennie, is the native band coming to greet us.
How do you know?
I saw them in the dense foliage as we came in.
I hope they're friendly.
That noise doesn't sound friendly to me. Either it sounds like a native funeral dirge. It's coming nearer.
Are you sure this is the right part of Hidalgo, Doc?
Rennie is our navigator. What do you say, Rennie?
Longitude and longitude is exactly right.
Look, fellows.
What? Where?
Don't get excited. Look at the foliage to your right.
And
Red-tipped eagle. You can see that from here.
Yes, we're in the place, all right. The home of the Mayan race.
Toms. Toms. Toms.
Toms! Tom!
Tom.
Well, for a lost civilization, these fellows seem very much alive.
Toms.
don't
Tom.
seem to like us.
Tom!
I'm gonna meet him with a
Tom!
machine gun in each hand.
Wait, Monk. Tom. We don't want to start it. Tom.
For the love of God,
Tom!
look at the fellow in
Tom!
front of his costume
Tom!
with the massive feathers on his head. What a rig!
He's made up to resemble the feathered serpent.
He's stirring up trouble, if you ask me.
Yes. They have some guns. Duck, fellows. Get behind the trees before they open fire.
Come back here, Doc. You're not going out among those natives barehanded, are you?
Don't worry about me.
Look at that big fellow attack him.
Yeah, and look at Doc pick him up and lift him over his head.
That stopped him. The way Doc curled that half bird, half snake guy and knocked a bunch of them down, it's like so many tin pins.
What's he taking out of his shirt?
It's that Mayan knife the fellow killed himself with back in Doc's office.
And they have all their eyes on him?
They've lowered their weapons. They see the knife in his upraised hands.
The knife seems to have some tribal significance. It's a charm. The feathered serpent leader has turned tail and run. See him go.
Come on, fellows. We're going to hunt up the chief of those Mayans. Gong.
I am King Jack of the Mayans, and I bid you welcome, Dr. Clark Savage Jr.
It surprises me very much that you know me, King Chahak.
I can dispel your curiosity. Your father was a very good friend to me. It is he who saved my life 20 years ago and taught me your language. I've been expecting you.
You knew I was coming?
Indeed. You come in search of the inheritance your father left for you. I know of his death, and I'm much grieved over it.
Can you just tell me where the land is located?
The very land we are standing on is part of it. By right of inheritance, it is yours, but you cannot gain possession of it without the trouble of the Red-Fingered tribe. There is gold here, a great deal of gold. The Red-Fingered tribe wished to obtain the gold, finance a revolution against me.
So that's the reason they were so eager to prevent my coming here.
Have you already interfered with them?
Have we? Plenty.
Say, where's the gold? I don't see any.
That will be shown to you within 30 days.
30 days. May we know the reason for this wait, King Chahak?
That I do not care to disclose. In the meantime, you gentlemen will be shown 2 quarters. That will be your home until you get into the Golden Pyramid.
Oh, father, a man of bronze and golden eyes flew into Hidalgo.
Yes, my daughter. Dr. Strange is here with his friends.
Oh.
What a peach.
Take a look at her.
Boy, she's a beauty.
Boy, I wish she'd size me up like she's looking at Doc.
This is my daughter, Princess Manya.
How you do?
Hello.
It is very lovely to have you gentlemen as our guests. I'm so honored. Dr. Savage, may I show you some of the lovely things in Hidalgo?
Thank you, Princess.
Come with me.
It looks to me as though we're getting into a new kind of trouble.
Leave it to Doc. I have yet to see the woman who can get her clutches in him.
Yeah, he just looks at her with those golden eyes of his, and they fall for him. But don't worry, he's not interested. He's just polite to him.
What does that mean? It is the warriors of the Red-Fingered tribe that are doing the dance of the Red Death.
What kind of dance is that?
It means the Red Death is soon to strike my people. It always means that.
The Red Death is what killed Doc's father. Those natives started firing.
Where's Doc?
Yes, where is Doc Savage? Will he get his inheritance of gold in Hidalgo? Or will the native gunfire and Red Death get to him and his 5 scrappy pals? Listen next week at this time, and you will hear another in the series of thrilling adventures in the life of Doc Savage, the bronze man with golden eyes.
Okay, so this is way after the fact. Well, this recording is way after the initial recording that we did. But something happened when we were recording. You see, I was sucking on a lollipop while we were recording, and for somehow like I kind of got a little in there, and it was like a little like hole in the lollipop. So when I sucked on it, it acted like a suction cup and sucked to my inside of my top lip. And it was stuck, and I didn't know how to get it off. So, we have the recording of that happening, so I didn't enjoy it, but hopefully you can. Just a second. This shit got stuck to my lips. I don't know what to do.
Pull it off.
I can't, it hurts. It's stuck.
It's working, man. This is gonna be, This is gonna be.
We got 20 minutes.
This is gonna
I
be the
can't.
worst.
It hurts.
This is gonna be
I get some water. I don't know what to do.
This thing's gonna be the worst thing ever to edit. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're gonna hear it.
Dude, the
There we
feathered
go.
serpent.
How do you
stuck to my whip? Run! Oh my god.
Bruh.
Oh.
Maybe suicide is the answer.
I can't believe that.
Why are you going through there?
Eric, I could have just moved.
What the heck? Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's still recording.
Yeah, I know.
Can I put this in the bloopers?
Yeah, sure, we'll have bloopers. at the
I
end.
want a recording of this.
Hello, class. If you're listening to this, it's because we all hate ourselves and we put in bloopers.
Ah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll
I'm
bet
wrong,
this
wrong.
fellow knew something about what your father was leaving you. It's right there, like the middle of the page.
Okay.
Okay. Once you find
Okay.
it, wait like 3 seconds and then start.